There's no backing up. This is a flat-out train wreck. Anthony can tell you whatever he wants. Garrett can tell you whatever he wants. I know both these guys. I've worked with both of these guys. This fight is a train wreck. If they were a car, they'd have to go back to the shop because they ain't got no reverse. Neither of them. And both of them can punch. And both of them have big hearts, big balls. They're coming to fight. This ain't gonna be like some like a Bernard Hopkins fight where he just dodges, dances, or a Mayweather fight. Styles make fights, and these two guys have styles that are so much alike that they're just gonna come right at each other. They're not gonna back up. So you're gonna get every penny's worth from Stowe, whether it gets a first round knockout or goes the distance. This fight is gonna be a battle and a half.
My name is the Bull, Anthony Caputo Smith. I fight at 200 pounds, 200 and under, and I'm 15-4 with 10 knockouts. Well, I was like an amateur. I was a decent amateur, but I really wasn't getting much out of it at the end. And I was going to quit boxing, and I went to Puerto Rico with my friends. And we were out one night. It was like one of the last nights there, and it was like 4:30 in the morning. And they were like, "Yo, let's go back to the hotel." I was like, "Nah, I want to stay out, have fun." It was wild, and I ended up getting jumped by like 10, 12 guys, and I thought I was free. I thought I was dead, man. You know, it was a not a different country, but Puerto Rico is a whole new place, and I thought I was dead, and I just started knocking guys out, and I finally made it out of there. I got back to the hotel, and it was like after that I went home, and I was talking to my cousin. I was like, I got to do something with this, man. I should have died out there. So that's what made me go pro. I need to make some money doing this. I'm never going to quit. I mean, you can throw anything at me, I'm going to keep coming, and I got a very strong will, and I'm never going to stop, and I'm never going to give up, and I can punch. I can punch with both hands, so anything can happen in a fight with me.
Anthony throws everything but the damn kitchen sink. He comes at you ready to kill. He comes with everything he's got. What he lacks in skill, he makes up for in heart, determination, will, and flat out balls.
Yeah, I can knock out anybody, man. I mean, that's my thing, like, I didn't get here from running and dancing and playing around there. I came in there to hurt people, man.
I've been around a lot of guys all my life in the gyms and stuff, and I have to honestly say Anthony's probably one of the hardest working guys that I've seen in the gym. Like I said, he doesn't have the biggest skills, but he's a puncher. He's a banger, and he's got that banger's chance, and he comes in and bangs those bags. He bangs that tire. He works hard. He leaves there. He's got to wring his jockstrap out when he leaves here. You know what I mean? So even on a cold day, he's in here and he's sweating his ass off. He puts in the work. He does it. He's a dedicated guy, 100%. A guy like him knows he has to be in better shape than the other guy. And that's what this fight's going to come down to. It's going to come down to wills. Who wants it more?
I'll fight to the death, you know? And maybe that's not too smart, but that's the way I take a beating to give one.
I usually don't get personal with stuff, but I got a little payback I want on this fight. Garrett once fought one of my other fighters, Chucky Mazzacchio. Chuck was winning every damn round. Had that USBA, Garrett's USBA cruiserweight title in his hands practically. Garrett knew he was losing. He came out gunning for the last and final round, the 12th round. Chuck made one easy mistake. He stepped back with his hands down. Garrett threw everything he had with a big overhand right. Chuck went down like a tree. So, you know, and Garrett even had said that. He said, I was about to hand you my belt, but you won that fight. You know, you had the fight in your hand and I had to do what I had to do, and he did. And Garrett's that kind of fighter, but Anthony's even more of that kind of fighter. I want a little payback on that one. And no disrespect to Garrett or whatever, but I like to see my guy, you know, get a little revenge for that last fight.
Well, she'll be 2 in August, and I mean, it's great, man. Like, she don't really know yet that I'm a fighter, but she watches me a little bit at the house, and she always gets excited. And you know, I think about that when I go in the ring, man. I'm fighting for a little girl, I'm fighting for my daughter, and that just ups the ante a little bit more. And I'm going to lay everything on the line. June 20th, I'm fighting Garrett Wilson at Valley Forge Casino in King of Prussia. 10-rounder for the PA Cruiserweight title. Garrett Wilson has no shot to beat me in this fight because I'm too goddamn tough. And I'm gonna come in his chest, and there's no backing down. I'm not scared of his muscles and his nothing. I'm coming after him.
My name is Garrett Wilson. I'm a cruiserweight at Marion Anderson Recreation Center. Well, they call me the Ultimate Warrior because basically I take on all competitors, mainly the upper echelon guys. I try my best to take on the top-notch guys instead of, you know, like most fighters, taking a bunch of bums to get the record up and keep a 0 on the record. Zero really doesn't mean too much to me if you haven't fought anyone.
Garrett's biggest strength is that he's smart. You know, Garrett's he's very original. He can take. He's not. He fights in an orthodox stance, but he's not an orthodox fighter. So it's very hard for anyone to train for him, per se. You know, because you never know what he's going to give you, and he can do so many things. I guess he has power in both hands. He's agile. He's fast. He's strong. You know, for a short guy, he has long arms. You never know what he's going to give you. So it's just one of those guys that is difficult to train for or get ready for. People love to see explosiveness because you never know when it's going to happen. Anticipation is the thing about Garrett. You're always anticipating bad things that's going to happen, you know.
Anthony is a guy like a man after my own heart. He fights the best competitors he can find, and it's just like I do. And he comes right at you just like I do. So it's going to be a clashing of the bulls.
Self-motivated as far as training himself. He wants to be in shape. This is not a guy that dogs it in the gym. So it's a pleasure to come in the gym and work with a guy like that. You never had to push him to work out, you know. So, you know, when you're self-motivated, you have a self-motivated fighter, it's a coach's dream.
He helped me out a lot with just about everything. My defense, my offense, you know, strategizing, putting combinations together, just about everything.
Oh, Caputo Smith lets his hands go. Comes forward, he's not scared of you, he's going to work you the whole round. He's going to try to go 3 minutes, so that's the thing we're getting ready for. We're looking for Caputo to put a lot of action into this fight, so we're really excited about that.
Hungry. I mean, I made it to the top. I'm putting the IBF title eliminator. I'm trying to get right back up there, and this time going all the way. I can do it all. I chose to do a lot of the brawling in a lot of the fights, but I can do it all. I've proven that I can box. I've proven that I can brawl. I can mix it up. I could be a counterpuncher. I could do it all. It's a dogfight. It's two pit bulls coming at each other and going for it all. I know Caputo's coming. I know he's coming right at me, and I know he's going to try his best to put me down. I'm going to go at him. I'm trying my best to put him down.
Only thing that can stop Garrett from winning the world title was Garrett. There you go.
I know I have a chin. He know he has a chin. It's going to be a war. It's guaranteed to be a war, and it's going to be way more exciting than the Floyd and Pacquiao. On fight night, I'm focused on the fight. My children are always on my mind. My wife is always on my mind. You know, how I'm going to provide for them as well as my job. Like, I'm working, but you know, to do better. I'm always looking for ways to do better.
This guy, we have to pull him off the kids, because sometimes when we're trying to train him, he's training the kids. And we love it because he has a big heart, but sometimes it's like, yo, get over here, put your gloves on, you know. And that's the beauty about him, you know. He cares about other people. You know, this guy gives more to the gym than anyone, you know. He gives everything he has to this gym, and we love it, and we love him. So. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be a great first 4 to 5 rounds, and then things are going to get interesting after that.
I'm expecting all 10 rounds, you know, of hardcore boxing, a fan-friendly slugfest of two massive individuals who both come forward, who both throw hard shots.